everybody. It's showtime. Here we are, 2026. And just like bad breath, we're back.
Happy New Year.
Yes. So we got a few things to talk about tonight on the show. I hope everybody's New Year was good and nobody had anything bad happen over the New Year's and everything went well and everybody got everything they wanted for Christmas. Not, but that's okay. I got everything that I actually really wanted, which was just a quiet. I wanted a quiet day and a good dinner and be with some family, and I got that. So for the most part, it was a quiet day. Had a little excitement in the morning, the kids opening gifts and stuff. But for the most part, it was a quiet day. So, how about you, Robert? How was your holiday?
It was okay. I mean, I got some nice gifts from my wife, but she wasn't here, so she was
Yes, I
visiting
know she
family.
wasn't.
But that's okay. She was visiting her family, and she's back now, so that's good.
Right. And did you get lots of good train stuff for Christmas?
I did.
Well, why don't we start with you? What all did you get?
Well, let's see. So I'll start over here. So this is the main thing I got. I got 3 of these tank cars. This is Calumet Refining Company. These are new from Atlas. So I got those, and they put out 3 road numbers, and she bought me all 3 of them.
Oh, they're pretty nice.
Yeah. And then she bought me a new compressor for my airbrush.
Oh, did you need one?
Yeah, I kind of wanted a better one. I didn't have the one I had was okay, but I wanted one that had a tank on it.
Oh, okay.
So I'm using the good one to do all my fine painting, uh and then the other one I'm just using like out here in the train room when I've just got to paint like a wide area of stuff.
You can tell that we're getting geriatric. You know that?
Why is that?
Because we didn't say hi to anybody.
We didn't, did we?
Nope. Wigwag should get the cookie, but he says he's not going to be on here tonight because he has to get some sleep because he got to get up at 1 a.m. So I think we're going to give the cookie to James Galton there at Dundas Junction Railroad.
James, how's it going?
Since I wigwagged in the chat to Wigwag.
Hey, Wigwag.
So, how you doing tonight, James? You get the cookie.
And James, yeah.
Yep. And we're going to make tonight's cookie a peanut butter blossom. Hope you enjoy it. Okay.
There's Tammy and Ray.
Yeah, Tammy and Ray and John, Schuylkill River Valley.
Hey,
How
John.
You doing, everyone?
Is it his birthday again?
John?
Yeah,
I'm not singing birthday again.
I think every week it's his birthday.
There's Grandpa Rails, John Dilly.
Really? Hey, you know what?
I just seen you on a Flying Crow video here not long ago.
Yeah, I wonder where. I know I've seen John Dilly here recently.
Yep. And but no Jack either. There was Hot Dog Andy.
Hey, Andy.
Hot Dog Pilot Andy.
Floyd Robbins.
Floyd, how's it going, buddy?
Oh, and there's Carolina Foothills.
Yeah. And I skipped a bunch there, I think.
Oh, Dwight Curley.
Dwight, how's it going, buddy? And
there's Anthony.
Anthony, all right.
and who else?
Dave at Crooked River in Eastern. Happy New Year, everyone, he says.
Dave.
See?
What's going on, Dave?
And I think we caught up.
I think so. I think that's it.
There's RWC Toy Man.
Toy Man.
How's it going, Toy Man?
Willow Creek Brad.
All right.
Yeah.
And
how's it going, Brad?
And Brad at Willow Creek. And I think we're caught up.
Woo.
We are caught up. Grandpa Rails gives the official 16-12. Although mine says 17, but
it says 19.
Yours says 19. Now it says 19, yeah. So they're still coming in.
They're still coming in. But anyway, that's my train stuff that I got. My compressor and my three tank cars there.
The tank cars look really nice.
Yeah, they are. And since my refinery is Calumet Refinery, it's great to have tank cars that say Calumet Refining on.
I worked at a metal facility. It was kind of like a foundry. Oh, many moons ago when I was young and dumb. Okay. And it was called Calumet Metals.
Really?
In the town of Calumet, Pennsylvania.
How about that?
Yep.
Well, I bet that's how Calumet Refinery got their name.
Oh, I don't think so.
Seen as it's crude oil.
It was just a little place and privately owned. The three owners, nice guys. They were really nice guys, but it was hard, dirty work for very little money. So
Anthony wanted to see him again, so I'm sure.
All right. They are nice looking.
I think so.
Mm-hmm. Rail Artist, how you doing tonight?
Hey, Rail Artist.
Yeah, even Dave says that's a nice looking tank card.
Yeah.
At Crooked River.
Well, if Dave says it, it must be so.
You think so?
I think so.
Right. So, what else do you have to show us tonight?
What else do I have? Oh, well, so I put new decoders in my A and B unit there. These are Proto 2000s.
Let me make you bigger here. Oh, I guess I can't from that. Let's try.
Let's try. Yeah.
No, that ain't gonna work. I'll tell you what. Let me do this.
How's that? So I've got a Proto 2000 A and B unit, and I just put new decoders in them. The original decoders that came in them, I don't know, they the locomotives just wouldn't move. I couldn't get them above a certain speed, and
I had that happen with a couple the decoders I got from Digitrax. You gotta crank it really up to get any kind of power or speed out of them.
And I couldn't get any speed out of them, so I changed the decoders out. I've got one more over here that I need to. Those were that was a KCS paint scheme. Yeah, no, it's not shag carpet, it's static grass. And then I finished my business car. I finished painting it and decaling it.
That's sweet. That really is.
Yeah, I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And I put some people on the inside. You can't hardly tell, but there are people inside there.
Hold your camera still.
Okay. How's that?
That's fine. Wonder if Jason's going to have his looking, the one he got that he's supposed to make into what, a cotton belt one, ain't he? And he's supposed to make his
Yeah.
into a cotton belt.
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. So that's the, and then of course I showed y'all this on my show, but I got the flashing light on the rear of it.
Yeah. You darkened it up a little though.
Yeah. As long as they're not dead people, Anthony. But there are, there's guys inside the car sitting down, stuff like that. And then the other thing I did, the last thing I did is in the last few days is I put together this building that's going to be a company called Dresser Magabar. They distribute drilling mud. So and I was telling Wilmer this. It's funny. I had not seen a picture of the real building, and I found a picture of the real building today. I don't know if it's gone or not, but when I looked at it, it looks almost exactly the same as what I put here. So what I imagined in my mind actually ended up looking like the real building, and I thought that was kind of funny. So, in fact, the only difference between this building and the real one is the office up front has a peaked roof, and mine I did a sloped roof on it. So these are two Walthers kits put together. And then the office building is actually scratch built. So I scratch built the office building.
The real building, what did they use it for?
To store drilling mud and ship drilling mud.
Yeah. Ray Bertelstein just popped in.
Hey, Ray.
Nathan DeLay popped in. Hey, Nathan.
Hey, Nathan. So anyway, I lit it, and the only thing I have left to do is put some furniture inside of it. I've got some people. I'm just going to put a couple sticks of furniture in here, a couple of desks and a file cabinet, and I'm just scratch building those, from evergreen plastic. Is all I'm doing, and then that'll be it. And you can see I've got I had some window air conditioning units, and then the doors and windows are from Tichy. And my flashing on the roof, that's actually a piece of aluminum foil that I cut a strip of, and then I'm going to glue it on like flashing. So, and then the other thing I showed Wilmer is I'm going to bring the camera down here. I actually put the chain on the roll-up door.
You got more patience than I do. The only time I did stuff like that was when I was putting a depot together for somebody. I scratched it.
Who in the world would do something like that?
Only because I knew he was prototypical crazy.
But like I said, the office is scratch built, but the warehouse part are two Walthers kits. So that's
usually the chain's on the inside of the building, though, bud.
No, not on this one.
Why would they make it so anybody could open up that door and come in?
This was the 70s. Nobody stole anything.
Right. Right.
Well, what they would do is they would lock the chain in place.
Okay.
But I wanted to put it on the outside just for the detail. Yeah, I know mostly it's on the inside, but I just wanted
And it
people to
still
see
is a
the
nice
detail.
detail.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to take the whole idea of what you did there. Is that you're a lot better than I am, because ain't no way I could have played with that chain like that.
I just what I did is I just drilled 2 holes up in the housing part, and then glued the ends in with super glue. So
Yeah.
So I guess that's if you didn't get a chance to watch our op session on Saturday, go and watch some of it here and there. But otherwise, it was fun with Jason and John Dilly. We had a good time. We had a real good time.
So y'all done now?
And I think that's it. I think that's all my updates.
All right. All right. Let me do this here.
Yeah, the door is 3D printed, Nathan. The chain was from Tichy though. So
Now, I want to try to make my screen big here. Oh, let's try this. There it is.
there it is.
Yeah. Show you what I've been up to. Okay.
Oh, that's cool.
All right. No, it's not.
It is.
I'm not done with it. But this is the kit. My brother got this for me for Christmas. And the guy, it's a pretty good kit, except for there's a couple things that I have to rant on. Okay. One, someone needs to tell this fellow that does this kit. It isn't, well, it's made in China. So somebody needs to tell the Chinese square pegs don't go in round holes very good. All right. And they do a lot of that on this kit. But otherwise, it pretty much goes together pretty good. There's a couple spots it's pretty hard. They give you this little wooden thing, and this is if you can read there. Let's see here. It says tool. This is a tool. Okay. And I wondered, what's this tool for? Well, I found out later on you got to get it in there and kind of pry with it and hook onto stuff and get in where your big old sausage fingers don't fit. But otherwise, this isn't a bad kit. And this, I got this from my brother for Christmas. And then that's I got, if you could see, I got junk all over the desk here if I was putting it together. I've been at it now for about two days. And I'm only about halfway through. So it's a fun little kit to put together. And I figure when I'm done with it, I'll now I can't get my thing adjusted right. Then I got, my daughter comes over and she was at her friend's house. And her friend says to her, hey, your dad's into trains, ain't he? And she said, yeah, he likes trains. She said, here, I got something for him. And she gave him this box. Gave her this box. Hold on, let me pull it out. And in this box is this plastic train. And I'm looking at it, I'm like, It looks about like O gauge, and it's plastic. And I start looking at it closer. It's a Lego train. This is Legos.
Huh.
It's half falling apart, and there's a lot of pieces laying in here that has to be put in it. But it has a tender with it. See? It's if you can see the name on there, it got it all messed up. But it's pretty cool. And I'm like, wow, this is pretty cool. And then to top it off, that wasn't the end of it. In the box, I'm trying to get it back in the box without knocking more parts off.
Nathan asked, did it come with track?
No, it did not. Hey, I can't look a gift horse in the mouth. You know what I mean? But this one, it has a motorized thing with it. All right. Well, anyhow, that's supposed to click on there somehow or another. But got one of these, and it needs put back together. A lot of the railing and that's come apart. And it needs stuff put on back on it. Like a lot of the fans and stuff are missing. Might be broke off. I don't know. But I got to sit. If anybody's into the Legos, I have a question of, can you get the original instructions on, if you Google it? I haven't tried yet. You know, if you can get them online and see if you can get the instructions for these kits so that I can see what goes where and how, you know. And even if I don't, I'm going to get it together one way or the other. I'm just going to display them I have a glass case in my living room. I'm just going to display them in there because I think they're pretty cool. You know, that they're Legos, you know. How many times you went to the train show and there's always a Lego display somewhere where they got Legos running and stuff. And it kind of always amazes me. Legos, when I was a kid, we had Legos, but you made a building, you know, and they didn't come with all the fancy stuff to make it look real. It was just, you had to use your imagination to make it look real. You know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about. And then before the Legos, we had erector sets, which that'll really blow some young people away if they don't know what an erector set is. You know?
I do.
Yeah, I know you do.
I had one.
Oh, thank you, Tammy. That'd be great. Tammy says she'll send me some tracks so that I can display them. Oh, that's great. Thank you.
So we got a couple people came in. Hadway Layout and Ray Central 127.
Yeah, how you doing? How you doing tonight? Welcome, Dad. Glad to have you in here with it tonight. Yep. Grandpa Rell says erector sets were cool. They sure were. And the reason they could, because some kid cut himself when he shouldn't have been doing something that he wasn't supposed to do. And they quit making them because they deemed them unsafe for kids. Even though kids made them for 50 years, put things together with them. I know the one train display at the Greenberg train show. I think it's an O scale layout. They have a windmill that's made from an erector set, and it actually spins and everything. And it's pretty cool.
Oh, Hadway is Pedro Spicer.
Yeah. Okay. Pedro Spicer. Oh, yeah, it's Pedro.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I don't know why they're putting the second part of our names up on these things anymore.
Yeah, I don't
We used
know.
to put our actual channel names, but
I know, but that'd be too easy.
yeah. But
The Edison. What is the Edison show, Tammy? I know, John. That was great. Wood burning kits. Yeah.
Ray builds Legos and Lego trains. Yeah. Yeah, you go to them shows and you see them, and I'm telling you, when you first look at them, you can't tell they're Legos. You got to sometimes really look at it before you know. Yeah, YouTube is getting weird, Nathan. It's been getting you weird for quite a few years now.
Okay, okay. So Edison's got on all scales. Good show. Huh.
Right, right. But I know the Greenberg show is the one that comes around here the most. I know the one year they had what it was called the Great American Train Show that came through, and it was awesome. It had a room up there. There was probably 30 huge, not little, huge train displays up there when we done it. It's kind of like Timonium, Robert, when it came
Mm-hmm.
through. Only difference is it was a lot of manufacturers were there. I know Athearn was there, and Scale Trains was there, and uh, Broadway Limited was there. There was a whole lot of stuff there. I think Soundtracks had a display there at the time, and that's been getting old. It's been at least 5 or 6 years ago when it was here last. I've been waiting to see it come around again. Anything other than the Greenberg shows, they're okay. The last one I went to, I could buy most of the stuff that I was looking for. I could buy at my hobby store cheaper. It's the truth. It's like they jacked the prices up for the train show instead of the other way around.
Yeah. Yeah, that's not good. Train shows you used to get deals at, and it's a lot of times you can't anymore.
Let me pull you back up here, brother.
No, now they can see me.
So everybody can smell your armpits. Oh, as my granddaughter would say.
Yeah.
So those are the two things I wanted to show tonight. This thing here is like I said, I don't know how many things that you put square pegs in round holes. I'm like, and then you're there struggling, and it's usually a little tiny part, and there's a lot of little tiny parts. But I'm having fun with it. I'm having fun with it. And they do give pretty decent instructions.
Oh,
I wish they'd have put a little bit more writing in there, especially when telling you when they do have a hard part to put on, part that's they know it's going to be a little bit of a bear. They do write a note in there telling you, be careful with this. Use the tool to hook it and pull and but it is not a bad little kit.
Oh, you know what? I do have a couple other things to show.
What's that?
I forgot. Trees.
Trees.
Huh.
Grandpa Rails asked me, is it better than a Wathers kit?
Yeah.
It's better than that stupid refinery. That refinery, I don't care if I ever do it. I got a whole other kit here, and I'll never put it together. I don't think ever. I don't need that headache.
So let me show you two kinds of trees.
Nathan said he bought a train set probably $80 or $90 on Amazon. It's a pretty he said it's pretty decent. It's like got the old style couplers like horn hooks, and it's
Yeah.
kind of it's model power. Yeah. Hey, some of them are good, pretty cool. I started out with model power and Lifelike and AHM and hey.
So Ray Central, I've never installed trees with tweezers, so I don't know. So this tree I got from China, and actually I think it's a very nice looking tree. It's wire made, got a nice trunk and all on it.
Kind of like a bonsai tree.
Yep, and I think they did a good job. They're $10 a piece, so
Hey, it is a pretty nice looking tree for $10.
yeah.
Probably wouldn't take much to even doctor that a little bit and make it even a little nicer. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I think it looks really good for $10. Wire made. I think what I'm going to do with them is I'm going to make I've got 11 of them. I'm going to order 4 more. I'm going to make a pecan grove out of them. That's something you see down south, or pecan groves.
Yeah. Okay.
So I might do that. And the other tree,
You don't get too much further south than you.
huh?
You said down south. You don't get much further south than you.
Yeah, no, I mean down south.
You start speaking a different language if you go much further south.
So the other tree I got, this is a loblolly pine.
A what?
And a loblolly pine. So this is a kind of pine tree you'll see all down the East Coast and in the South. You know, that's this grows mainly Maryland on down.
Rusty said he used to own a pecan grove once.
Oh, cool. So this is called a loblolly pine, and the only person I know that makes them is John's HO Trees.
Yeah, that's your favorite tree guy, ain't it?
That's my favorite tree guy. He's in Fort Worth, and I think he just does a fantastic job. I mean, look at these. These are beautiful. They look just like loblollies, so. So what he does, he's got some foam he covers them with, and then he uses some 2 millimeter static grass on them.
So that's supposed to be a pine tree.
Yes.
Don't look like no pine trees around here, that's for sure.
No, these are loblollies. So if you look up a loblolly pine, these, like I said, these grow probably starting in Maryland, and then down south all the way to Central Texas, and then they start fading out in Central Texas. Yeah, that's right, Rusty. That's how pine trees look here. And he's the only one I know that makes them. And I think you get 2 of them for $18.
Am I seeing that right? It looks like he put the moss on it too.
There's no moss. It's just
that's just the way they look.
That's just the way they look. Yeah.
It looks like it got moss on them, almost like how the moss hangs off of the trees down here.
Yeah.
I keep wondering if a snake's going to come popping out of them things.
So these are, I think he did a fantastic job on them. So 2 of them for, $18. I think that's a pretty good price. And like I said, he's the only one I know that makes anything that resembles a loblolly pine. So I would recommend you go to johnsHOtrees.com and take a look at all the different types of trees that he sells. And if you're in any train show that's in Texas, Oklahoma, that area, he's usually at the train shows. So So tell him I sent you, and maybe he'll give me off next time I buy trees from him.
Tell him Robert sent you.
Yeah,
You'll get the Earl Shrive 1995 special.
that's right. We'll paint any car.
Yes. For $99.99. No matter, we'll paint over the rust, we'll paint over the old paint, we'll paint over the dirt.
That's it.
But we'll paint it. Those are nice looking trees.
Yeah, I think he does a fantastic job.
I know. I know. You showed me more of the trees from there.
Yeah, he does. He does a lot of. I buy most of my trees from him. So he just does a fantastic job. He makes live oaks, which you find a lot down south, and then different kinds of trees. I mean, he makes willow trees. He makes birch trees. Just about any kind of species you can think of. Yeah, John's HOTrees.com. That's his website. I'll put it in here.
I'm doing it. John's
HOTrees.com.
HOTrees.com. Just .com?
Yep.
Oh, it's a regular website.
Yeah, except it's all together and there's no apostrophe.
Well, la dee da there, Mr. Particular. I think people would have figured it out.
Yeah. Oh, Rusty, he sells N-scale stuff too. He sells HO and N-scale. So. And a lot of his HO trees you could use for N-scale, believe me. So. Because I'm of the I like larger trees because most trees are 70, 80 feet tall. Yep, that's the site, Sparky. Thanks, Sparky. Appreciate it. PKW, how are you?
Tammy, put your email address up for me in the chat, and I will email you my home address. Probably if you Google it, it'll probably come up anyhow. Google tell you everything. It tell you what time of the day I like to pick my nose. You ever Google somebody? It's unreal what you can learn. Except for Robert.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I know. He gets a smile out of that.
That's right. Loblollies can get, they can get 100 feet tall, So.
Really? For a pine tree?
Yep. And let's see, that is. So that's 1,200 divided by 87.1. So that's almost 14 inches in HO scale. And that's a big tree. You imagine putting a 14-inch tall tree on your layout?
Right. Hiya, PKW Bob. How you doing tonight? And I see Sparky's in here now. How you doing tonight, Sparky?
Yeah, so if you're looking for in scale, I mean you're looking then at a 7-inch tree. So in scale, 5, 6, 7-inch trees are just regular mature trees. So.
Sparky spelled his name wrong, spelled Nathan's name wrong. And he said he was just seeing if you were trying to pay attention. I usually like to go over the holidays. I like to go and look at train displays, but I didn't get a chance to go to any place this year. I've been really wanting to go to the Western Pennsylvania Model Train Museum, which is just north of Pittsburgh in Gibsonia. I've been really aching to go see theirs. It's pretty amazing, and it's only ever open Christmas time, the Christmas time of the year. The holidays. That's the only time they open it up to the public. And the same way with the McKeesport Model Railroad Club in McKeesport, Pennsylvania. They usually don't have too often a where you open house where you can come in and display, and they do it every year at Christmas, and I missed it again this year. So did anybody else go in to see any displays over the holidays? Train displays? Because usually you get a lot of places that open up. Clubs really usually seem to open up for the holidays. The thing is, it got so cold here and over the holidays. I mean, we had days that were with the wind chill, and then we had like 60-mile-an-hour winds, Robert. 60, yeah. And the high temperature of the day was like 15, and then you add the wind to it, and it felt like 5, 10 below zero when you stepped outside. And I'm going to tell you right now, Uncle Wilmer hibernates when it's like that. I don't go out for anything unless I absolutely, positively have to. So that kind of messed up the train looking. And the same way with looking at Christmas lights. My wife loves me to just take her out and we'll ride around and look at the Christmas lights, the Christmas displays and stuff. We didn't get to do that too much this year.
Well, let me tell you, it got up to 78 here today.
We got up to 50 here, which is that's like a woo heat wave. We got 50 here today. It was actually pretty cool. So I was surprised Joe Rader ain't in here tonight.
Yeah.
Oh, I had a football question to ask him.
John.
Huh?
John said same here.
Yeah, I was looking for it. I wanted to ask him, what happened? What happened last Sunday? Baltimore played Pittsburgh and lost. I know you're not a football guy, but
not unless they played the Baltimore Colts.
Well, you're definitely talking ancient of days there, buddy.
I know.
It's now Indianapolis Colts.
No, I'm in 1976. Remember?
Well, 76. Yeah, that's when it used to be the Houston Oilers too.
Yep.
There's a lot of things that was in when the Cleveland Browns were actually the Cleveland Browns. You know, they can go on and on and on. There wasn't no Indianapolis, nothing. It was the Oakland Raiders, not the Las Vegas Raiders.
Yeah.
Joe was on Jerry's stream earlier. I just wanted to dig at him a little and just have some fun. Shouldn't do that to Joe. I like Joe.
Oh, thanks, BKW. No, I am not painting any hills, not where my railroad is modeled. Central Louisiana doesn't really have any hills.
No.
It's gonna be pretty flat. It gets wooded, but not really any hills. I think the highest point in Louisiana is 700 and something feet.
Above sea level.
Yeah.
That's a really high spot down there.
That's a high spot. Yeah.
Right. Most of them is like 10 foot above sea level. They get a rain that lasts longer than an hour. We got major floods.
The highest point in Louisiana is Driscoll Mountain. Reaches an elevation of 535 feet.
We got hills here big, higher than that.
That's in Bienville Parish. That is the highest spot in Louisiana.
I seen earlier there. My younger brother was in there. He's the one that got me the kit, the train kit. So for Christmas, he said he saw it and thought of me. He said I'd probably enjoy putting it together. Yeah. Only the Chinese got to learn that you can't put square pegs in
round holes. So PKW, I have cypress trees. I bought those from John's HO Trees as well.
That's
they're down in my swamp.
Yeah, in the swamp. Down in the bayou.
Yep, they're down in the bayou. If I can get, I don't know how well you can see that. That's as far as my cord stretches. See my cypress trees down there. Can you see that?
We can see it from a distance here. Let me make it bigger. Hold on a minute. There you go. See that?
See my cypress trees down there in the swamp. I can get a little further.
Wow, look at the dust on the water. Dust on the water.
Yeah, but that's my cypress trees down there. So. Was there dust on the water?
I just kidding. Yeah, Bob says he can see them.
Oh,
the lighter foliage. He said it looks good. It does look good. That scene looks real good when his cord reaches.
Yeah. That's as far as I could go.
Yeah. See that? Grandpa Rail says you got a great layout to operate.
Well, thanks, John. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed having you guys.
Someday I'll get to do that.
You better.
Someday over the rainbow, I'll get to operate on Robert's layout. while I'm eating some of his wife's pecan pie.
Yeah, JD, you can do Sparky speed on it, but you end up in the swamp. That's what happens. Yep.
Did I get that from the Muppets? Oh, Nathan, you're funny. What time we got?
Yeah.
Wow, it's almost time to quit.
Yeah, if you do Sparky speed on my layout, you get in trouble.
Oh, you're
Oh
funny.
man, sticking his tongue out at me.
Oh,
We were supposed to have Jack Jack, and Jack Jack had to work. And we were supposed to have Steve Childers, but Steve got sick.
hey, that
And I
flu's
I
going around.
told,
Be
huh?
thankful you ain't got it. That flu's been going around, and I've been dodging it right and left. I mean, all Buck's family had it.
He had a sinus infection, not the flu. He had a sinus infection, so it wasn't contagious.
Oh,
So I told him to pull his skirt up and come on anyway, but he didn't. His Cascade green skirt,
his Cascade green shirt.
because he hates Burlington Northern.
Oh, why?
Because he's a Burlington guy.
He's a Burlington guy.
Yeah, so I told him to pull up his Cascade green skirt and come on anyway. uh,
That's right. You tell him, Ray.
uh,
Right. Says if we can just all be a little more kinder to each other than we are right now, then all of us together, we can make the world a much happier place. Amen to that, brother. I agree with you. Well, that's all I have for tonight.
wow, but it's 6 minutes early.
That's all I have. Other than my good looks, and everybody can just look at me and I'll smile.
It's going to break the camera.
On my weight loss, I lost since I think it was July when I started taking the GP1 shots.
Uh-huh.
I'm down 45 pounds
Mm-hmm.
from July. And 2 pant sizes.
Wow.
I got a new belt coming tomorrow.
That's always a good thing.
Oh yeah. You
Well,
do
thank
not
you,
want
Grant.
to see when the drawers drop to the ground. It's ugly.
Thank you, Grant. I appreciate it. Grant from Yorkshire, loving the chat. Good.
Yeah. All right, from Yorkshire. That's cool.
Yeah, but you're right. You're right about that PKW is.
Yeah.
I mean, they can be 100 feet high. So you're talking huge trees. And a lot of people don't realize that about HO trees. HO scale trees. You want to usually do between 8 and 12 inches to get mature trees. That's the average height. And some trees will get taller than that, of course. But
yeah.
a 100-foot tree, which is not uncommon, is 14 inches in HO scale. So
Yeah, Bob, the shots take away the appetite. You're just not hungry. You're just not hungry. And if you eat too much, you're liable to have a severe case of indigestion. If you eat way too much, you can't overgorge while you're on it. But you can eat just about anything you want. Just about. Certain foods you'll find won't agree with you. Like you gotta watch. I gotta watch some sausages, like hot dogs. Man, hot dogs rip me up, man. I can eat just one hot dog and it rip me up. But I can eat sausage though. It's just regular breakfast sausage. Don't bother me a bit. So I don't know. But it's just the nature of the thing, you know. But hey, I'm losing weight right now faster than I've ever have in my life. And believe me, I've done the weight loss thing 100 times and never nothing like this. That drug is for somebody that has a overweight problem. It is kind of it is a miracle drug. So, but you got to remember there is some side effects to it. Like you get indigestion pretty bad. That's worst of it. I did have a period where when I first got on it, it had a little bit of diarrhea. But other than that, you can't beat it. Can't beat it. Yeah, hot dogs, man. I don't know what they do to them. I just no. And if I never eat another hot dog, I like hot dogs. Don't get me wrong, but if I never eat another one, that wouldn't bother me.
Except you can't go to any baseball games without them.
Yes, you can. Especially
How
now.
can you go to a baseball game without eating a hot dog? Come on.
Sure. I've been to baseball games and didn't eat hot dogs. Popcorn.
You're un-American.
Cracker Jacks.
You're un-American.
You don't hear in the song, give me a hot dog. You get popcorn, peanuts, and Cracker Jacks.
Yeah.
That's right. I don't think you can buy Cracker Jacks at a ball game anymore.
Probably
it's hard
not.
to find Cracker Jacks, period.
Yep.
They're bad. They're bad, Nathan. They're not good for you. Listen to these guys that don't have their gallbladder. They can't eat them. Meatless hot dogs. Man, that's like a day without sunshine. Get out of here, Bob. Meatless hot dogs.
Yeah.
I've ate some of them tofu hot dogs or whatever you want to call them. I tried one of them. You no sooner put it in your mouth, you're spitting it back out. It's that nasty. I don't care how much ketchup you put on them. Make your own hot dog dough. No. It's just better just not to eat them. Listen, it's pretty bad when you eat a hot dog. You can actually feel it clogging your arteries. Especially the ones at the ball games. That's why they want you to do the Cracker Jacks. Oh. Well, I think we're going to call it a night. And,
all right.
And I'll tell you what, thanks everybody for stopping by tonight and listen to me and Robert go at it and show our stuff off. And I just want to thank everybody for just making this community so great. You guys, all of us, put us all together and we make this community pretty great. And the model train community is the best. So thank you all for stopping in and being who you are. And next week you got Mr. Nasal problems.
Yeah.
Steve. Okay. So hopefully his sinus infection's over with.
I hope so.
And he found out that there's some stuff like Claritin and things like that he could take. And he's next week. So, and then Robert will be back on here in 2 weeks.
Yep.
And as far as I know, if the good Lord allows it, I'll be on there with him. So.
Yes, sir.
And y'all take care. May the Lord bless each and every one of you. And may your 2026 be just wonderful. I thank you all for stopping by tonight. Bye now.
Thanks. See ya.